dirty work no more.
Hey guys, it's Tim, and this is Pro Wrestling Unlimited.
I was just going to start singing Steely Dan because that's just my force of habit. Hey, what's up, everybody? Tim didn't mute his microphone. Tim. Tim got hurt, man. Tim and the kids got hurt. That's all right. Oh, this is tough. Anyway, folks, hi, welcome. Glad to have you guys here today. Everyone's sup, Nick Largemeat. It's Johnny Largemeat. I thought you didn't mute yourself.
I didn't?
No. You did. Everyone just heard that, fool. Oh, you muted yourself on Discord. Yeah. I thought they could hear you. I really thought they could hear you the whole time. Oh, goodness. Then I just look crazy. Hey, what's up, everybody? We just went live. Taking a look at the chat. We got Dontrell. Gotcha. Dontrell Bailey's here. Forever Atheist. Broken King Slender. Nicholas Altamore just joined us saying hi, Tim and Nick. Wayne Montgomery. J Money Jeff. And many, many more. NXT was tonight. It was TakeOver USA.
Dontrell Bailey. Wrong logos. I don't think I have AEW logos for this, or NXT logos in the deal anyways, but anywho.
That's tough. Yeah, it's all good. Fully Crushed Rodney is here as well. So let's talk a little bit about NXT, huh?
NXT, I felt, was really good tonight. I liked just about everything. I mean, the only thing that wasn't good, I guess, well, I can't even say it wasn't good, was that squash tag team match. Everything else is good. But I mean,
it's not even that it wasn't good, it just didn't really compare.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like, it didn't flow with the rest of this show.
Yeah, it was definitely like, hey, you can go to the bathroom if you want right now, or go get a sandwich or something before you come back.
So, it was just like, okay, I get what this is. This is kind of like, we got a really good ladder match. We need something to just break up the action, something quick, small, and then we'll go into Gargano Ciampa, which is fucking great. I love the way it was filmed. That's how you do an empty arena match. You film it like a fucking movie. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, I get that, and I think the music helped. Like the suspenseful music that they used.
And I guess
I'm gonna
say
a bold statement. Go ahead.
You think if they did a full episode of NXT or a full episode of SmackDown filmed like this, that it would work? Or can you not do that much?
I mean, you could
cinematic.
I mean, you could do that much cinematic. You would maybe only have 2 matches that night. And if it's a SmackDown, you could do 2 longish matches, and the rest is kind of like character.
Or you just do like this past Monday on Raw, they had a bunch of 5 to 6 minute matches. You do like 3 5-minute matches, and then a long one with a couple talking segments in the middle. But because WWE is going to film a bunch of stuff over the next week and give themselves time to edit, so why not film it all cinematically? You know what I mean?
Why not? Yeah,
I get not doing it if the shows are live. Like Friday, SmackDown might actually be live.
Mm-hmm.
But if you're going to edit everything, why not just do it all cinematically? Give it a great feel. People aren't going to be like, oh, fuck, no fans. No, it's going to actually feel different. But that's just my opinion. I
think it helps not being in an arena, like not making it known that there's no fans.
Right. And I don't know where tonight's show was filmed, but it looks like it was the same place that they filmed the Firefly Funhouse match, because it had the black curtains around the whole ring. And I think, I could be wrong, but I think that's the warehouse in Stanford that has, in the back of the warehouse, there's just a single ring and curtains all around it. So, cool. I don't know. I could be wrong, but
thank you, Kristen, for the $5. I saw that too on Twitter. That was rough, but it looks like they cleared it pretty quickly. Sorry you couldn't avoid spoilers, though. That'll do it to you.
Hey, it happens. I mean, I remember one time they were filming in the UK, and so WWE filmed it as if it was live and was sending the feed to USA as it was being taped. So that way it was like, hey, this is a live show, but don't air it till later. But somebody got a hold of the feed as it was being sent from the UK to the USA network and put the link online. And so we were able to watch it live from the UK one time. This was like 2016, 2017.
I remember that. That was crazy.
But we're talking about 2020. in NXT. NXT tonight began with a video package hyping up Gargano versus Ciampa. Moro was the sole announcer for this ladder match that started off the show. Ronaldo opened up the show saying, "Hello, all you cool cats and kittens," which is, I guess, a reference from Tiger King. I haven't seen Tiger King.
It's what Carol calls.
I really don't have any interest in seeing Tiger King. I think it's been overhyped for me. So I'm like, yeah, I don't even know.
It's pretty good.
I could care less.
Respect.
To be honest. But what I did care about was this ladder match. It was Tegan Nox, Chelsea Green, Mia Yim, Io Shirai, Candice LeRae, and Dakota Kai. Chelsea Green had Robert Stone. Dakota Kai had Raquel Gonzalez. I still want to call her Rachel because that was her original name. But I thought this match was really, really good. As soon as the bell rang, everybody kind of paired off and started fighting each other. Dakota Kai was the only one left standing for a moment, and she called for Gonzalez to bring in a ladder. Yim and LeRae hit stereo basement drop kicks on the ladder into Gonzalez. All the faces teamed up on Dakota. Excuse me. Nice. Until Shirai leapt into the ring with a missile drop kick. As Shirai was fighting with LeRae, Green bulldogged them off of the ladder. We went to a commercial break. After commercial break, Green was bringing a chair into the ring, only for Green to take a bump on the chair when Mia Yim tripped her up. The two rivals that we know of, Dakota Kai and Tegan Nox, started going at it. They traded strikes, and Kai delivered a face wash. Nox came back seconds later with a choke slam, and Morrow called her Lady Kane. Whatever. Are you a fan of the Lady Kane nickname?
Oh, I love it. I think it's adorable. It's my favorite thing on earth. I love it. She has the fucking mask.
Where was I?
Couldn't tell you beef around.
Green then hit Yim with a chair. Yim hit her with a receipt and whacked Green in the leg with a chair. Green's foot became trapped in the ladder at this point. That took Green out of the match for a while as she sold the leg. Shirai then swooped in and catapulted Yim into a ladder. Shirai was splashed onto her and then thrown to the floor. After commercial break, Gonzalez got involved and picked up Dakota Kai in a fireman's carry and tried to climb up the ladder with her. Kind of tried to do the Christian Rhino spot from WrestleMania 17, helping up the ladder. LeRae then cut her off. Yim was trying to powerbomb her off the apron, and Nox came in for an assist that put Gonzalez through a table at ringside. Kai then booted Nox off the apron, and Nox crashed through a ladder bridge. Kai and LeRae were fighting on top of the ladder, and LeRae smacked Kai with a briefcase hanging above them. Io Shirai would springboard into the ring and knock Kai off the ladder. Io and Candice both went for each other, trying to trade suplexes. Robert Stone was yelling at Chelsea Green to get up and climb the ladder while everybody else was down. Green sold the leg, so she really couldn't climb. Robert Stone then jumped in and tried to help her up the ladder. This led to Candice LeRae and Io Shirai teaming up to tip over the ladder. Green and Stone took a bump off the ladder. Candice and Io were fighting atop the ladder. Io raked Candice's eyes, and Candice fell backwards, doing a nasty fall on a ladder bridge. Shirai then
filthy.
Huh?
Filthy. That shit looked like it hurted.
Io then grabbed the briefcase, unhooked it, and Moro let us know like 3 times she will now be facing Charlotte Flair at some point for the NXT Women's Championship, and she will be Charlotte's first challenger. So I
hope she beats her.
Yeah, it ain't gonna happen. Yeah, Charlotte ain't gonna win in her first. Charlotte's not losing her first defense.
Hope she does, man. I love Io Shirai.
I don't think so.
I don't think so either.
We then got a video package focusing on Finn Balor and his feud with Walter and Imperium. Clips caught the audience up on this feud. If you don't watch NXT UK, well, now you know what's going on. They showed us parts of a match between Balor and Alexander Wolf from NXT UK. Imperium interfered, but was ordered by the referee to leave the ring. Balor then went to defeat Wolf. He hit him with the coup de grace in the 1916 to pick up the victory. Balor, in a pre-taped promo, addressed Walter. Balor alluded to them not being able to meet right now, although, we know why. Even though I don't know exactly what was supposed to happen, but I know at the tapings, going into the next NXT Takeover, it was not supposed to be Walter and Balor. It was going to be Walter and Ilya Dragunov, because Dragunov won a number 1 contender battle royal.
Was Dragunov not in Imperium?
Ilya Dragunov, no. Imperium is Walter, Alexander Wolf, Fabian Eichner, and Marcel Barthel.
God, it was Marcel Barthel that I was thinking. Gotcha.
Yeah. So, I don't know exactly when this Balor-Walter thing was supposed to happen. I don't remember if anything was filmed, like a match at the tapings. But they've only got, like, next week filmed for NXT UK, and then they don't have anything else in the can, and their production team can't get over there to film more.
Yikes.
And they can't get people over here to film either. Hence why we got to get a interim cruiserweight champion, because, well, what's his name? Jordan Devlin, the cruiserweight champion, can't come to the United States and film anything.
Mm-hmm.
We then got another hype video about Killer Kross, although he was not named. So I don't know if they're calling him Killer Kross or not. But just remember, we see old Killer Kross later. Very quickly, we do.
Double K.
I hope they go with the Killer Kross name. I don't know if they will. I mean, when's the last time someone in WWE had the name Killer in their name? I can't even remember.
Killer?
Yeah.
I don't know if anyone's ever had the name Killer, but Killer Kowalski.
Well, was he even really in WWE, though? I know he trained Triple H, but
I don't think he was in the Federation.
Anyway, so I don't know if they're... I hope they don't change his name.
Just call him, like, Killer Kross. K-I-L-L-A.
Well, his real name is... I think it's like Kevin.
That sucks. I wouldn't be very threatened by getting Kevin.
Really?
I'd actually laugh at. Yeah, I'd laugh at him.
You don't find Kevin Owens
threatening? No, his name's Kevin. That dude looks like
his real name is Kevin. Kevin Kesar. Kesar.
That's a cool way to spell your last name, bro.
Kevin Kesar. He's also gone by the name Kevin Kross and the White Rabbit, because I think he was the White Rabbit in Lucha Underground.
Yes,
I could be wrong there.
You would be correct.
Yeah. Well,
Killer Kelly is currently in NXT.
Very true. Yeah, he was the White Rabbit with Paul London in Lucha Underground.
Gotcha. Paul London.
Yep.
Pirate.
Paul London, the man that got fired for smiling during a Vince McMahon backstage little deal before Vince blew himself up.
Poor Paul London.
Anyway, so we move on. We've got Malcolm Bivens guys, Rinku and Surav, however you say it, taking on Everrise. Basically, I guess they call him as a tag name. They call him Indus Sher. Indus Sher. They just mauled Everrise. Babyfaces got brief offense early, but it didn't last. The heels toyed with them for a little bit before Rinku and Sarov. I'm gonna butcher that name all the time. Where am I? They basically hit the demolition spot and pinned Chase Parker.
It was fun.
Yeah. Too many guys that I haven't really seen much, so I'm still learning their names. Basically.
Exactly. Give it a couple of weeks, and I'm sure we'll be fine.
Yeah. We then got another poolside promo from NXT champion Adam Cole, cutting yet another promo on Velveteen Dream. This match is going to happen. We just don't know when.
Yeah. It's kind of the story of most of these matches that most people are looking forward to. It'll happen, but we don't know when.
We then got footage from WrestleMania and Charlotte Flair winning the NXT Women's Championship over Rhea Ripley. They then aired the same YouTube clip post-match promo from from WrestleMania. Basically, Charlotte just saying, give me 1 second.
Yeah, no worries. It was Charlotte just kind of cutting the promo she did within the last week. It's nothing really new. I really want to think about what would happen with Charlotte going into NXT with that belt, because I don't know if this is going to be something where she's going to have the one defense. And what I would like is Io to pick up the belt and have that be that, and have Charlotte, go her way. Hello. But I don't know. I feel like you took the belt off of Rhea. Whatever. does Charlotte really need to go into NXT and have like title defenses and win them? Like, who cares? Who gives a shit? Just let Io win. George Cox, we just had something come up last minute and just realized we had other projects that we were working on.
Working on other stuff and whatnot.
So we just figured we might as well prioritize getting stuff done.
So then we move on to the main event. I wish I would have timed this because I want to know how long it actually went. I know it went at least 40 minutes.
It went fucking long.
But I liked it for the most part. Like there was a couple spots where it felt a little like, oh, they could have cut that. But there was only like one or two, like there was only like a minute or two where I'm like, there was like total like 4 or 5 minutes where I'm like, oh, they could have cut that and it still would have been okay.
Yeah, I mean, I thought the match itself was fine. Yeah, I guess we can talk a little bit about it. Might as well. We're already doing the review.
This was billed as the Black Heart versus the Rebel Heart, Ciampa versus Gargano.
They did one last beat. I like that name though.
With the heart stuff, yeah, one last beat. They did this very cinematically. And I thought that was the perfect way to do it, especially if it was going to go this long. Because a lot of people online were comparing this to Edge Orton that went 36 minutes. But that was filmed like a normal match with no crowd reaction. And so that felt long. But because this was done cinematically and Drake Wirtz, the referee, played a big role in this as far as like telling both guys, hey, if you want to stop, I'll stop, or are you good to go, and this and that, and telling him, hey, don't do that. Johnny, why are you doing that? You know, I thought Drake, his role in this was really well utilized as well.
I don't necessarily like the trope of, in like the no holds barred match, one guy does something really crazy, and the referee's like, stop that. It's like, no, you're not here to tell me to stop.
Right. Well, was this ever billed as? I get it was no holds barred, but was it ever
built as a fucking like you? I'm gonna put. Triple H said, I'm gonna put you in a warehouse, and what you do whatever. So it's like
beat the shit out of each other.
Yeah, I assume that means it's like a no hold barred type match. And if it is, what the fuck is Drake? And Drake should know. He's a CCW guy. People will kill each other if they pay him enough.
Very true. But I think it was more of Johnny. He was your best friend. Don't do this. Don't kill this like friendship. You know what I mean?
You know, it's almost like Drake was playing that role of what we all were doing at home. The whole like, well, he's your friend. Don't fucking.
Yeah, Drake was trying to be like I get you guys want to face off. I get you guys want to just end this, but don't hurt him that bad. Don't try to end his career. You know what I mean? It's kind of like he was trying to ease the tension.
Mm-hmm.
So. Gargano got out of the driver's seat of a car at the beginning of this with Candice LeRae there. And he told her that she said, I know what you have to do. LeRae got in the driver's seat, but before she drove away, LeRae handed Gargano something wrapped in paper, which we all know now is probably the cup.
No, it was a peanut butter and jelly sandwich with the crust cut off just the way Johnny likes it. That tweet was so fucking funny to me.
From JJ.
Did you see that one? I packed your Crustables and I took the crust off and have fun with your friends.
Gargano walked into this building where Triple H was seated in a chair in the ring. Ciampa was already there waiting. Triple H said that they were right on time. He went on to say that this is where it ends. Triple H told them he doesn't care what they do to each other, but it ends after this. He introduced Drake as the referee, and then Triple H left the building. Would have been cool if like Triple H was just like on like a perch or something, sitting there watching on to make sure that these guys actually fucking ended things. You know what I mean?
That would have been hard. Yeah, that would have been kind of cool.
That would have been cool.
He's playing kind of like he's playing God. There.
Yeah, Triple H is overseeing it like, Drake, don't tell him to stop. They need to fucking end this. So they begin this.
I want a dead body by the end of this.
Right? Basically. So they begin this with a slugfest. It's trading just hard shots. Gargano took a Ric Flair bump over the turnbuckle. Gargano went for a slingshot, but Ciampa caught him with a knee as the show went to a commercial. That's the only thing. I felt like
this did not work well with commercials.
No, because every time I felt like, ooh, that just hit a good spot, all of a sudden I'm like, what? Popeye's chicken?
The worst place to get chicken.
You don't like Popeyes?
I don't even really, I don't know if you have any of these out there in your neck of the woods, but I'm a big Jollibee fan. Their chicken's pretty good. Jollibee, it's like it's a Filipino restaurant. They sell like spaghetti, burgers, and chicken. That's kind of their main things.
I like
Very popular, like
in
Filipino dishes.
Texas, they've got Bush's chicken and Church's chicken in Texas. Phenomenal.
We have Church's out here.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, it's my grandpa likes it a lot.
Church's is really good. Bush's has great, get a fucking gallon of sweet tea. It's always really good.
I love their baked beans.
Oh yeah. Anyways, so as we come back from that first commercial, Ciampa was in control. Gargano fought back and targeted the leg. He posted Ciampa's leg several times and then began pummeling him at ringside, saying, "How many surgeries have you had? How bad's your knee? I'm going to just mess it all up." Ciampa lifted Gargano into a vertical suplex, then posted him in a crazy bump. Gargano still fought back and flew through the ropes with the tope suicida. Gargano taunted Ciampa while he administered a beatdown. Gargano used weapons like a trash can lid and a chair. Gargano unfolded the chair and sat down in the ring to gloat. Drake was basically like, "Hey, just end this. Let's just get this over with, Johnny. Don't just waste time here." He then picked up the chair and hit Ciampa with it. Gargano wedged the chair into the corner, but he tasted the steel when Ciampa reversed an Irish whip. After commercial break, Ciampa cracked Gargano in the head when Gargano attempted a slingshot out of the ring. Ciampa then put the chair around the neck of Gargano and posted him. This is a callback to a previous spot in their feud. Gargano was crawling away, and Ciampa showed no mercy. He was like, "Where you going, Johnny? Where you going?" Ciampa retrieved a crutch, and he attacked Gargano with it. Again, another callback. Gargano then shot Ciampa in the face with a fire extinguisher. Ciampa came back to powerbomb Gargano through a table. And yet another callback to a previous match the two have had. Ciampa pulled back the mats in the ring to expose the boards underneath. This fight then, all of a sudden, spilled to the outside of the building. Gargano tried to decapitate Ciampa, basically, but Ciampa moved out of the way at the last second.
He actually tried to take a fucking man's head off.
Yep.
The mad lad.
Ciampa climbed on top of a cargo truck, and he dared Gargano to follow him. They squared off on the top of the truck. They were like, 13 feet high, and Drake also climbed up there as well. They traded strikes, and Ciampa threatened to throw Gargano off the truck. Ciampa became locked in the Gargano escape on top. They were still on top of the truck before cutting to commercial, and then Gargano hit a couple super kicks. They were both down, and then they finally climbed down. When they returned from the break, they were back inside the ring. Gargano was hiding to ambush Ciampa. Gargano, with a flying crossbody on the floor, sent Ciampa through a table. They eventually got back into the ring, where the mat was still pulled back to expose the boards. They fought on the turnbuckles, and Ciampa gave Gargano a code red off the top to the floor. No crash pads here, unlike we've seen with the main roster using some crash pads. These two said, "Nuh-uh, we're just going to kill each other."
These two men said, "Well, we're going to die today, aren't we?"
We're going to do this for real.
Whoever said wrestling's fake.
Ciampa rolled Gargano. Well, I don't know if anybody here watched the Dark Side of the Ring about the Brawl for All last night, but I like the line Cornette said. It's like, "I don't like using the word fake. Yes, wrestling is choreographed and it's staged for the most part, and it's thought out and planned beforehand. It's like, but it's not fake because these guys really punish their bodies."
I mean, yeah.
So Ciampa rolled Gargano back into the ring and covered him for the first pin attempt of the match, which was a near fall. Gargano kicked out as the show cut right to commercial.
Good.
Come back, and Gargano choked Ciampa with a crutch and hit him repeatedly with a trash can lid. Ciampa ate some super kicks, and Gargano screamed at him that he was a failure. He was a failure as a human being, a failure as a wrestler, a failure as a husband, and a failure as a father. I thought when he said you're a failure as a father, Ciampa was going to like freaking Hulk Hogan up and just go nuts.
Yeah.
But he just took more punishment. I thought that was going to be the one that was like, "Don't talk about my daughter," and he was going to go nuts. But he didn't. That would have been a cool spot if he would have done that. But it all works. Eventually, Ciampa did get some offense, and he broke the crutch after hitting Gargano with it several times. They were fighting over the crutch as the referee was inadvertently raked in the eyes. Drake rolled to the outside. And then was hit with a running knee and took a bump off the apron. Gargano took a draping DDT on the exposed boards in the ring. There was a close-up of Gargano putting his hand over Ciampa's hand like they were friends again.
Fucking stupid. Oh my god, this sucked dick. Like, I hate that spot because these two men have just spent the last 40 minutes beating so hold my hand. Shut up. Put his goddamn head through the wood and end the match. Why did that need to happen? Like,
and then
Edge crying
Ciampa
face
quickly
is fine.
jerked his hand away.
Like, the Edge crying face is fine because he's like, I don't want to fuck up my best friend, but I have to because I need to win this match. Right. This just felt like, I'm gonna hold your hand. Go away.
Now here's the thing. Like, they took out Drake because the ref couldn't be there when Candice got involved. But if this is fucking do what you want, why does it even matter? You know what I mean?
That's what I'm
So both men are down, and Candice LeRae walks into the building. She's very emotional. She's over here basically crying. She's yelling at Ciampa. She's yelling at Johnny. She said, "Who are you, Johnny? Are you happy now?" Yelling at Ciampa. She said, "Look what you've done here. I hate my husband. Are you happy?"
Jesus.
She's crying. I'm sitting here like, fuck, put her in a fucking WWE movie. Like, she did phenomenal. And she's sitting here crying. She's like, "I hate my husband." Turns around and just kicks Johnny right in the balls. She looks at Ciampa and goes, "There you go. Fine. Finish it." So Johnny's down. Ciampa's kind of conflicted, like, what the fuck just happened? I don't know what to do. And he's not really going after Gargano. He's just sitting there on his knees like, fuck, do I take advantage? What do I do? Yeah, you fucking take advantage. But finally he stands up. Candice swoops back in and hits him in the balls. And what happens? Johnny pulls a cup out. He was wearing a cup the whole time.
It's kind of uncomfortable as fuck.
As somebody who worn a cup before when I played some baseball, it still hurts when you get kicked in the nuts, just not as much.
I feel like it wouldn't hurt to be kicked, but I feel like taking a ball, like I used to play third base, so I used to wear a cup. And like I've been hit there. It's just the shock of the baseball hitting you. But I think with like a foot, it's like
I played shortstop in second. And I had a guy one time coming from first into second. I was getting ready to catch the ball as they were throwing it to me at second. He slid into second, and his foot cleat just popped right into my nutsack.
Well, you also got to compare. That's a boot and a metal cleat compared to like.
And he just I don't know, because the cup takes most of the absorbs most of the shock, but it's still getting fucking.
Oh yeah, you feel that
because that guy was running faster than I've seen anybody run in baseball in a long time. Like we were. 10th grade, and he was like running as fast as he could. He slid in there. I'm like, holy fuck, this guy's gonna knock me. I thought he was gonna knock me over anyways because he was coming in so hard when he slid.
Jesus.
But he just heel of his foot just right up into me.
I would have stabbed him. Like, I hate you.
Anyways, so she just right from behind pops Gargano or Ciampa right in the nuts.
Which has got to suck for Ciampa not being able to see that coming and not being able to be like, all right, cool, I can embrace for this kick. He's just got to take that. Respect, brother.
And then, well, who's back? Drake is back, ready to end this match.
He's like, I'm good. What's up?
Gargano reached into his pants, like I said, pulled out the cup to show that he had the protection. Gargano then picked up Ciampa and hit him with a J Driller on the exposed boards. Gargano then covered Ciampa 1, 2, 3. He wins the match. Gargano smirked and embraced his wife. The two then walked out arm in arm as Candice was helping him to their SUV out back. And as they're walking to their car, we see another, like their SUV is like light grayish kind of, but we see a black SUV with a little bit of overhead lights on. And who is sitting in this SUV? None other than Killer Kross and Scarlett Bordeaux. They then show Candice helped Johnny get into the passenger seat. She jumps in the driver's seat and they drive away. But what does it mean? Killer Kross and Scarlett are there. Are they going to feud with Johnny and Candice? Or is he going to go? Are we going to see footage of him going inside and beating the shit out of Ciampa? That's the question.
Love to see.
Does he go in there and beat down the already beat down Ciampa?
Either go inside and beat down Ciampa, or go inside and pick up Ciampa and say, let's kill him.
I don't want to work with Ciampa. Want to help Ciampa?
Oh, well, it could be the I want to work with him so I can eliminate Johnny out of the question, and now I just have to worry about you, and I've worked with you, so I know what the fuck you're like. I'll kill you now.
I get that, but I
I'm
mean,
looking too into it. I'm being way too smart.
no. My question would be, if he's gonna go against Johnny on behalf of Ciampa, that would make him a baby face, and I think Killer Kross is way better as a heel. I mean, I get what you're saying. He's gonna eventually maybe we're gonna think he's a baby face. He takes out Gargano. Ciampa thinks, oh, you helped me take him out, and then he's going to turn on Ciampa or something, but I don't know.
Well, I also imagine, even if it's just Gargano and Kross in a match, I don't really think you need to play up. They could just both be heels and have a match still.
Right. I can see that or whatever. Because people would still, well, I don't know. Because I can't even say that. I was going to say people would chant for Gargano, but no, people would really chant for Kross because he's new and they loved him on the indies. There's no one to chant.
I was going to say no one's going to be cheering.
But, I mean, now when they announced this match, was it 2 weeks ago? And the Killer Kross thing played at the very end, it now makes a little more sense because he's involved in something with either Ciampa or Gargano. We don't know yet.
Mm-hmm.
So, it'll be very interesting. I mean, what if maybe we get footage of Johnny and Candice driving off maybe to a hotel, and when they get out of their car at the hotel, we see off in the distance, there's Kross and Scarlett still watching them. They followed them. Huh?
Why would they go to a hotel?
Because maybe they're not in Orlando where they live.
Oh, that's right, because this match was technically not
at an undisclosed location that no one was going to... See, that's the other thing. Triple H said, I'm going to find an empty building at an undisclosed location. You two are going to get a text message, and you're going to know when and where to show up. So the question is going to be, how did Killer Kross know where they were? That's the other thing. If those were the only two that were supposed to, those two and the ref were the only ones Triple H was supposed to, quote unquote, tell where this location was. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So that's going to be the other wrinkle is whoever he starts feuding with, they're going to be like, how did you know? Who told you? Who sent you? You know what I mean? Who is he working for Triple H?
That'd be cool.
He's going to be Triple H's hitman.
That wouldn't be bad.
But that's a lot of fantasy booking. We don't know what's going to really happen with Killer Kross, whether he faces off again. It's going to be something with probably Gargano or Ciampa. I mean, it can't be anybody else at this point.
Yeah, I imagine it'll be that way.
With that,
that
was NXT, folks.
Hell yeah, baby. Thank you all very much for tuning in. My name has been Nick. You can follow me on Twitter at ArmWeek21. You can follow us on Twitter at PW Unlimited. Tim, where can they find you?
You can find me basically everywhere at Timmy Buddy. I was going to say PW Unlimited at Timmy Buddy on Twitter at Timmy Buddy, twitch.tv/Timmy Buddy. I want to thank everybody who watched us on, well, me and my daughter last night on Twitch as we played some Uno. She loved the Twitch interaction. Like every time a new comment would pop up, she goes, "Oh, are they asking another question? What are they asking?" Because she can only read a little bit. So, like she can read some of it, but she can't read like the full sentences yet.
That's my favorite thing on it.
And she was just like, "Oh, another question. What are they asking?" And then like they would say something, and she would be like they were like, "How old's your daughter?" So I was like, "Haley, tell them how old you are." And she goes, "I'm 7." Or like, "What grade's your daughter in?" She's like, "I'm in 1st grade." Like, she loved interacting with the chat.
She likes talking to people, man.
Oh, she'll talk your ear off. She gets that from my side of the family. My mom can just talk and never stop for hours.
That's fucking same.
But that's an Italian thing. Italians can talk forever.
See, mine too, but it's also like a Puerto Rican thing. We just sit and talk for hours. It's like, I hate this. Oh, goodness. Speaking of sitting and talking for hours, I'm sure everyone else wants to go to bed. It's like midnight on the East Coast. It's not like anyone's doing anything to
11.
Yeah. Thank you so very much, folks. You guys are very lovely.
Eric Tate, no, I'm not getting Final Fantasy VII.
I might.
I got Animal Crossing instead. That's my one big game purchase for now because YouTube's fucking us on money right now, but it's fucking everybody. So just saying.
Yeah, fact.
I got to save my money now.
Thank you all very much, folks. Buy the Your Mom She Probably Misses You shirt. And remember, call your mom. She probably misses you. See you later, folks.
Have a good night, guys. We'll see you tomorrow.